Guys, today we are going to show you what are the requirements for applying for a Philippine passport. The core requirements are personal appearance. It's always required because they usually take your photo right there. So you don't need to bring a picture because they just do it in person. And also the clothing and jewelry. And here abroad in the Philippines, probably you can just pick it up, but here you usually can bring a self-addressed stamp envelope so that they can just send it back to you. And just remember the FedEx and method stamp will not be accepted. And for the passport renewal, so we have different requirements, depends in which where you are. So renewal here, with the maroon passport with the chips, it usually starts with EA, EB, and EC. You need an accomplished renewal regular application form for adult. And if you are a minor, you should have a application form for minor. And original current passport and photocopy of a data page, photocopy of green card or US visa. And for dual citizen or dual applicants, photocopy of dual identification certificate. So for renewal of machine readable passport, starting with XX, it is usually a green passport or brown passport that was issued before 1995. So these are really old. So you need a passport application form. Same thing with the original and passport photocopy data page. Photocopy of green card or US visa, original and photocopy of Philippine Statistic Authority or PSA, formerly known as NSO. For married female, applicant must also submit an original PSA marriage certificate or a report of marriage, or any of the following valid IDs: driver's, state, schoolwork. And for minor applicants, these are the additional requirements. Accomplished regular passport application, original and photocopy Statistic Authority or NSO, personal appearance of minor applicant and either parent or guardian. In case applicant is not accompanied by parents, applicant must submit a notarized special power of attorney executed by parents designating the minor companion to assist the application process. One also is passport or valid issue ID of parent or authorized adult companion. So you have additional requirements too if you are a female applicant who want to change their last name for the first time. So applicant should bring the original and photocopy of marriage certificate issued by PSA or NSO for applicants married outside the Philippines. Original and photocopy of report of marriage issued less than a year by the Philippine consulate where the marriage took place. If ROM or report of marriage is more than 1 year old, bring the original and photocopy of PSA report of marriage. For females using their married name who want to revert to their maiden name, for widowed applicants, bring the original and photocopy issued by PSA, the death certificate of husband or a marriage certificate. For annulled marriages, original and photocopy of PSA marriage contract with annotation on annulment or certificate of registration and certified true copy of court order. And for divorced applicant, allowed only in cases where Filipino spouses acted as the plaintiff and not allowed when both parties are Filipino citizen at the time of the divorce, original and certified true copy, one photocopy of marriage contract with annotation issued by Philippine Statistic Authority or PSA indicating that the divorce has already been recognized by the Philippine court. So if you lose your passport, here are the requirements you needed to replace it. So accomplish renewal regular form for adult or an application form when you are a minor. Original photocopy of Philippine Statistic Authority or PSA photocopy of old or current passport if you have them, or if applicable, photocopy of green card or US visa. For married applicants, original photocopy of PSA issued or report of marriage, and any of the following IDs: driver, state, school, work ID, or any Philippines government ID, and notarized affidavit of loss. In case of lost valid passport, there will be 15-day verification period before processing of the application. So, new passport requirements for applicant born in the Philippines. So, requirements are original and photocopy of birth certificate issued by PSA or NSO. For married female applicant, of course, the original and photocopy of PSA issued marriage certificate, any of the following valid IDs: driver license, state ID, school ID, Philippine ID. Usually you need 3 valid IDs, or if you are in the state here, driver license is already good. But if you're in the Philippines, you're gonna need at least three valid IDs, government issued IDs, such as SSS card, NBI, voters ID. So if you are applying for new passport and you are an applicant born outside of the Philippines, all you need to bring is the original and photocopy of registered report of birth issued less than a year by the Philippine consulate where the birth took place. If report of birth is more than a year old, bring the original and photocopy of PSA. If you are applying for new passport requirement and you are a dual citizen, these are the needed requirements you need to bring: and accomplish new regular passport application form for adult, or a different passport application that is for minor. Original and photocopy of birth certificate issued by PSA or NSO. For married female applicants, bring your original photocopy issued by PSA, photocopy of dual citizenship certificate, and valid ID. Whenever I am applying for a document to the consulate, I usually just bring my documents with at least three photocopies. Usually in the consulate you'll find a place where you can photocopy, but it's kind of a risk. You might not. So it is okay okay to have more photocopies than just, trying to figure out where to have them. Usually it's good to bring all the requirements such as your IDs and photocopy of them, birth certificate, any document that you can find that you think is gonna be needed just in case. So with photocopies with them. And I usually separate the photocopies in the originals in different envelopes in case I needed them. That's just a tip for you not to have some problems when you get there. It's not good when you're gonna need a document that you left at home because you thought it's not needed. So I would just bring my documents with me, and just for the reason that I might need it. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope this is helpful.